You're watching ABC4 News.
Welcome back. A Utah man living with a rare genetic eye disease is learning to adjust to a life without sight. ABC4's Haley Hendricks spoke with him about the challenges of coping with slowly going blind.
Touch, taste, hearing, smell, and sight. There are 5 basic senses, but not all of us are able to keep them all, requiring us to adjust to a new normal.
My name is Ryan Bodwin. I was diagnosed with a genetic eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa about 2 years ago.
Ryan's disease is only found in 1 of every 3,500 people.
If you had to live your life looking through a paper towel tube, then that's probably somewhat what it's like for me, in that, you know, it's easier to see things that are further away, but it's not really enough to like see the whole room at once or anything like that.
And his limited vision won't last forever. Eventually, doctors say, Ryan will go completely blind, and there's no telling how long that could take.
It's a pretty crappy hand of cards to be dealt, but whinging about how much your cards suck is not productive.
Requiring him to make adjustments.
So this is some punctuation here. Hi, my name is Ryan.
Like learning how to read and type Braille. Getting around with a cane.
Because I knew I was going to have to become a full-time pedestrian because it's not safe for me to drive anymore.
And making changes as challenges come his way.
For me, the biggest challenge is the winter.
Slick and snowy sidewalks require him to wear spikes over his shoes.
Most people are thinking, well, I just got to clear my driveway so I can get my car out. And they forget that there are some people like me that use the sidewalks year-round.
And walking across the street isn't always easy either.
If it's not a fully controlled intersection with like a red light, then people very rarely are willing to yield.
He says a lack of understanding from the public is tough.
I have random strangers always coming up to me and saying, you know, you're not really blind, why do you have a cane?
Ryan says blindness affects everyone differently.
Because everybody assumes that if you're blind, you have no light perception at all and you see blackness and that's your life. Reality is something like 80 to 90% of blind people have some kind of remaining vision, which it might be different depending on the nature of the cause of their blindness.
There's no cure for his failing eyesight, but Ryan is not giving up on life or his family.
You know, my wife and my children didn't stop needing me just because my eyes stopped working.
And with the help of training, he continues to move forward.
Being blind is going to be inconvenient, but it doesn't have to be a crippling disability that controls your life.
Reporting in Daybreak, Haley Hendricks, ABC4 News.
Ryan attended the Training and Adjustment School located in Salt Lake City. To learn more about the resources available for the visually impaired, visit our website, abc4.com.